Yo, what is good, my fellow Magic Knights? It is your boy DEADMANVINCE back with yet another Black Clover mobile video. Hope everybody is having a good time. Today I'm going to be talking about the Wanted Challenge. I'll be full screen here. Today we're going to be talking about the Wanted Challenge. So the Wanted Challenge is actually right here. It's a new little event that they're trying out before we get the first anniversary. And I am notorious for saying that something is ass immediately as soon as it comes out. But no, the Wanted event actually isn't that bad. So pretty much all you're seeing right here are like little mission milestone markers, right? And there are certain conditions that you have to beat for each one of these missions. And you can see this one right here is showing up in easy, and this one is also showing up in normal right here, meaning that it's just the same mission but to a different degree. So right here, this mission wants you to get 100,000 points, and the way you get the points is you just keep doing damage to this enemy. So the shielded enemy, you just keep doing damage to that enemy. So you're going to want to do a lot of damage to this enemy, and the damage gives you points, and the points accumulate over runs. So if I went into this one, I could clear this one in like one go. I did the easy one before, and I got like 2.2 million points or something like that. This one right here, 1.8 million. That one's going to take a little bit more time, and the enemy also has more defense, and it hits a little bit harder. So you do want to have some decently built out mages for this mission. But basically, the way this looks is you go in the first time, and if you don't make the 1.8 million, it keeps a milestone, kind of like checker, at where your mission is at, and then you can just go back in and just keep doing it. Also, you can only do this 5 times, or you can only complete missions 5 times a day. So be very careful about the missions you're completing, because you're better off just going for the hard points. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I saw this the first day, and I was like, these rewards are kind of ass in my opinion, and that's the reason why I called it ass. I usually basically how the events are off of their rewards versus how much time you had to put into it to get the rewards. And honestly, this one doesn't really require you to put in that much time, especially when you can just like run it over and over again. It'd be different if you had to get all the points in one run, but like it's not like that. The shielded enemy is the one where you do enough damage to get more points, accumulate points. This one right here is killing enemies until you get, let's see, let's go in and do one. So this is the team I was using for it, apparently. Oh, this is one where you have to burn the enemies to keep getting damage out on them. Yeah, let's go ahead and go for this one. Let's try it out. But yes, basically you have this mission, you have the King Wolf mission, and then you have the mission against the Knight. And against this one, you just want to keep the enemies burned as much as possible. These enemies can hit actually like decently hard. So if Fuego or Magna gets hit at the start of this, then you might be kind of screwed. You might need to reset. But other than that, I mean, it's just a little RNG thing. So you're gonna see Marileona swipes, and you can see right here the score just went up for each one that we killed. So let's do this. Wipe all 3 of them real quick, get on to the next wave, and it shows you the enemy sequence up here. So let's see, Magna, I'm going to go for you. We get a kill, so we get another turn with Magna, and then I'm gonna stun this turn because the enemies are burned right now, so that's really good. Yeah, but this is the team comp that I thought to use. So the one thing about the Witch Queen is she puts Marileona's HP at like at 30%, which I don't necessarily like. But the Witch Queen's skill 2 has a chance to apply another stack of burn to the enemies, which keeps Magna's stuns going indefinitely, and also just kind of keeps the enemies vulnerable. I imagine that without burn at all, because I've done this without a burn team. I imagine without burn at all, what happens is the enemies just have high damage resistance because they have to be burned first as like a prerequisite before you can really deal damage to them. But you can see we only have like 3 turns right here. So this counter right here I think starts at 5. So it's like very quick paced missions. You're gonna just kind of like come in, get however much you can in the first run, come back and just keep accumulating more and more. I just used the Witch Queen's ultimate, which I said I was trying to refrain from doing, but it's cool because it just gave everybody life steal. So Marileona's going to be able to get some damage back, or get some HP back in a second here. I want them all to be alive so she can hit everybody. Do I have my AoE back yet? I do not. Oh, I have this. Let's go for this. Alright, cool. I should have aimed over here at this one, because this one should be gone. Yeah, okay, cool. That one dropped. We're going to hit you. So now we're at 9. But like, yeah, don't feel like intimidated by these missions. Like I said, you don't even have to beat these all in one sitting. You can literally just like come back and keep running it up more and more and more. And even though I can't accept any missions right now because I've already accepted my 5 for today, what I'm more than likely going to be ending up doing is trying to reset it and get like 5 hard missions. Hard missions are what's going to get you the most points the fastest. So if you can handle hard missions, I definitely recommend just saving up your runs for those. Whenever we get out of this mission, we'll kind of like talk about how the stamina, or not stamina, I guess stamina system kind of works for these missions. But first we're going to finish up. Okay, I should have been paying attention right here. I could have stunned the one who's going to attack next. No AoEs with Marileona. Okay. We get a swipe right there. No AoE with Fuego, but it's cool. We get a swipe right there. Witch Queen has one more AoE for it. Oh no, not at all. Okay, cool. That's fine. So yeah, let's go for the one who's highly debuffed. So that's it. So we only got 15 in our first run right here, but that's cool because I can go back in and I can keep accumulating more and more points. Those are showing pretty much how much I have overall. Or the top one was how much you got in the one run. This middle one was how much you got overall, and then the bottom one is the mission that you're trying to reach. So it said 15, 15, and then it said 35. But you can see it says 15 out of 35 now. So now I can go back in there and just continue on from the point that I was on. And then the King Wolf one over here is the other one I was talking about, where you're just gonna be killing waves with King Wolf. So you can see the number is a lot higher for this one, because this one right here is normal difficulty. This one's 35. This one right here requires 40. You can see I got 80. I use an all red team for this mission, and I use red Charlotte with Yami, and I kind of get like, sometimes I can get like a little infinite turn kind of like sequence, so that does help with this one quite a bit. But this one's really easy. The King Wolf one is like super easy. The Knight one I'd say is probably the most difficult one to deal with, because it's kind of like a point reward thing, and it's not, the points don't come like the really high damage that you do doesn't get as many points as you would think. That's the thing about it. Can I swap? I can swap, so you can swap these for other missions right here. And honestly, I don't care about these missions because they're all normal and easy. So let me swap it. So you can swap it to easy. Does it swap it to, oh, so it lowers the difficulty, but it doesn't have a chance to change it to, okay, I see. So this will drop the difficulty for you, and let's test it one more time on a different one. No, it doesn't drop the difficulty for you, so you can change the difficulty actually and just pick up better missions. Okay, cool. So that's nice that's how that works. So I guess because there's already an easy one here, it goes to hard instead, versus this one doesn't have an easy or a hard one around it, so it probably defaults it to the lower difficulty option there. And also, I believe the way this works is the amount of stamina you use fills this gauge up. When it fills this gauge up, you click on this and it gives you more of these, and these are what you need. These are the wanted posters. These are what you need to pull more enemies out, or yeah, more enemies out, or more missions out, because there you can only have 5 right here at a time. But if I had like 2 or 3, I'd press this and refill me back up to 5. And this I'm now learning is not to switch all of these, is to switch this difficulty on a specific mission. But the rewards over here, even though I say they're bad, they're not that bad, especially for a free-to-play player. I always think about rewards from, that's my one pet peeve about myself, really. Usually I try to think from the perspective of me and free-to-play players, because I want the game to be fair, I want the game to be just for everybody. But sometimes I look at those event rewards and I'm just thinking about my perspective, right? And I'm just like, this is ass. Like, I could wipe my ass with this, I can wipe my ass with this, I can wipe my ass with this. These are ass because I can't choose the specific like substat material that I'm trying to boost. But honestly, that's besides the point. It is still free stuff that they're giving us before the anniversary. I feel a lot of free stuff coming in our near future here. Yeah, I guess I can go in and try this one for you real quick. This is kind of like my team that I've been using right here. I wanted to try to go with the Zora strat because I felt like Zora could possibly give me some extra points from doing that attack reflect. So let's go in and try this one. And then I don't have another one for the King Wolves up right now, but like I said, the King Wolf is literally like the other one. You're just going to be killing King Wolves over and over and over again. What do I need? Who has his gear on? No, another debuffer. Where? Alright guys, so we're here, and it seems that the enemy needs to be hit by red attacks to break through that right there, which I'm pretty sure will give you extra points. So one, let's go ahead and put a shield on everybody, because I want to go ahead and start getting that damage reflect as much as possible if I can. We're going to just use Yami's skill 1 and stack it up to 4. You already know the cycle with Yami. Keep using his skill 1 until it stacks up to 4 instances, then drop his ultimate, and then just keep doing that cycle over and over and over again. We're going to go ahead and get some Black Ops action in there real quick to get some good damage, get a few points right there. So you see the damage from Black Ops' ultimate only gave me 128k points. Yami's skill 1 right there is giving me like a good like 40k, nearly 40k points. Let's put a shield on Yami here, because Yami is the squishiest out of everybody here. That's the territory that comes with being a DPS. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So the reflect points did actually give me a few points. That was actually kind of decent. That took me from 164k to 217k. So that was actually not that bad. We're gonna put a bit of a total defense on everybody and a defense boost as well. Then we're gonna use Yami's skill 1 again. We just got the first kill there, but you can see when he dies, his health just kind of like comes back. We almost got him work through all the cycles of red. So let's pay attention to the score and see if it jumps a drastic amount from this. So it's at 282 right now. The Witch Queen does little damage. It's only at 283. So now he's vulnerable and I can do way more damage, it seems. Okay, cool. So we're gonna do Yami's skill 1. And then I will do this because he can't attack right now anyway. Still stuck. Alright, I'm not going to use that just yet because, again, cannot attack right now, so there's no point in putting a reflect on. We're at 4 stacks. Yami's not going to hit that hard. I've done this before. He only hit 74k. But, I mean, this is meant to be like a super tanky boss. Then we come back around with the Witch Queen. Hit that skill 2 to get some debuffs up there and get some extra little healing here and there. It doesn't really matter if you take away the recovery on the enemy because they can't heal anyway in this mission. There is no move for it to do that. We have the reflex on. He doesn't do an AoE, which I thought he would, but that's cool. You also can't stun this enemy, which it's kind of pointless to stun the enemy. He only attacks like twice every like few turns, I'm pretty sure, so it doesn't really matter. But you see, it's all over now, and how many points did I get? I got nearly 500k points, so sometimes you'll get more than that, sometimes you get a little less than that. It just depends on how the RNG goes for you, but like, yeah, guys. The King Wolf mission and this mission are essentially the same thing. The King Wolf mission is just way easier because you can burn them way faster, and the team I'm using for that is a all red team with red Yami, red Charlotte, Rill, and then who else? I'm using maybe like Magna or something like that. I'm just using an all red team and just burning through them super duper fast. But yeah, no, all in all, I'd say the wanted event is a nice shot. It's a nice try. I do respect the attempt of it gaming. This is a good step in the right direction, giving us more kind of like versatile events. Like this event's kind of basic, kind of simple. We're just going into a dungeon and fighting enemies per usual, nothing new there. But the rewards and the amount of time that it takes, I'd say that it adds up. So if you guys did enjoy this video and found it helpful, me just kind of breaking down the wanted challenge, then definitely go down below, smack that like button. You can also subscribe and hit the notification bell. You can also comment down below and let me know what you think. But that's gonna be it for your boy DeadmanVince. I have to go to work. Peace.